here we have a typical setup, okay, and the single degree freedom systems and the base exciting by this. So we look at the numbers here. So we given the mass equal to 3 tons, and then this mass has a static deflection 7.5 centimeters. So here I want to show you how to map the information to what we need to know. So maybe I can just work on it. Okay, so we continue read. So it observed the x at x equal to 1 centimeters, and this happened. Basically, that's saying this is going to oscillate with the amplitude which equal to 1 centimeters. Okay, and when the y equal to this and the resonance. So what this means, if you have a print out the old slides, and I think I missed 2 words, and at resonance. So because I just added up this morning, okay, if you have a printout, added up the 2 terms. So this means, right now we look at the damping ratios, and then we damping constant the force. So here you can see we are given the information x equal to 1 centimeters, and this one is obtained, is induced by such informations. We are given y equal to 0.25 centimeters and omega equal to omega n. So under such a spatial scenarios, we obtained the base excitation response of the systems at the magnitude given to this. So you can see once we, how to digest the information, this is displacement, this is displacement. So very naturally, we go to the first scenario. That is the displacement, okay? So from here, we're using this one, x over y, the transmission. Okay, displacement, transmissibility. Okay, so this one we have equal to sin 1 centimeters and divided by 0.25 centimeters, and on the other side, the equations equal to, again, I forgot. So here we adopt these equations, okay, so how about let me write it up here quickly. So 1 plus 2 zeta r squared, 1 minus r squared. Okay, so we have informations, and also because this obtained at the resonance, so that means we have r equal to omega divided by omega n equal to 1. So that means we calculate these numbers at r equal to 1. Okay, so that will be equal to 1 plus 4 zeta squared and 4 2 zeta. Okay, so from here, this one we can determine the damping ratio. That is a single parameters, and here we have a number here, so the damping ratio is equal to 0.1291. So we have a damping ratio determined, so basically we can determine the constant. So for these systems, it's nx double dot plus cx dot plus kx equal to whatever. I don't care, and because I want to obtain c. And we have the x double dot plus 2 omega n x dot plus omega n squared x equal to something. I simply want to get comparisons. Okay, so basically c divided by 2 zeta omega n. How to get that one? C over m equal to 2 zeta omega n. Right? So basically this equation divided by n will be equal to this one. So I compare the coefficients and to get my number for the C. Okay. So therefore, C is equal to 2 zeta times omega n, k over n times m. So equal to 2 zeta and km. Okay, so right now we have determined the zeta, and from the problems we know the mass. So what is k? We seems we are not given with any value over k. So how to determine k? Here we have a static diffractions, 7.5 centimeters. By definition, static diffractions for this case, it's simply it's not force divided by k. It simply is the mass multiplied with g divided by k. Okay, so that is the weight of the mass. Okay, so try to stick with my answers. Can I multiply with this? So have the mass such that its weight equal to 3,000 newtons. Can I multiply this? Okay, to match with my solution. Well, okay. So basically, this is 3,000 newtons divided by k, and this one equal to 0.075 meters. Okay. So from here we can determine k, and k will be equal to 40,000 Newton meters. So we have everything plugged in. So therefore, we should be able to determine c. And from here, the c is 903.1 newtons meter seconds. So here we answer the first one. Okay, then the second one, how to determine the dynamic force amplitude.
Question?
Yes.
So if I was looking at this problem, how would I know to use mg for the force as opposed to wondering that I didn't have a forcing function?
I'll be very specific.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be very specific because here the static deflection seems is using the weight of the mass and different from our definitions. Right. So I will be very specific there.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So dynamic force. So on the base. So basically here the second one we have to use the force transmissibility. So again from the previous page we're going to use the second one. So so we're going to use this one. Okay. So let me copy here. So Ft over Kt, K1. Okay, so we'll look at our problem statement. So we're going to find the force and the transmitted force and on the base. So basically for this question we're going to find is what is Ft. Okay. So by looking at this information, basically you can see the Ft should be equal to the whole term multiplied with Ky. So this one multiplied with Ky. Okay? So we simply plug in the information. So right now we can see R equal to 1, and then we already found the damping ratios equal to 0.1291. And anything else? So we already have the K equal to what we found is 40 thousandths, and then y is equal to, what is our y? And y equal to 0.25, right? .25 centimeters. So 0.25 multiplies, if you pay attention to the unit, or multiply minus 2 meters. So basically we convert everything into meters, newtons, counting the units. So plug in everything here, and that should be equal to 400 newtons if you do this carefully. Okay. And the third one, relative amplitude. So basically the relative amplitude, then again we go back to the previous page. I'm going to adopt is this one here. Okay, so let me copy that information. So for the third one, relative displacement equal to r squared, and 1 minus r squared plus 2 zeta r squared. Okay, so basically here for the third question about the relative displacement, we'll pick up that one. So I have the information ready here. So basically here for the third question, we're looking for what is z. Okay, so plug in here, we have all the similar information here. So basically here, we should be able to calculate z pretty straightforward, and equal to 0.00968 meters. Okay, we're simply using this information, and with y equal to the same information here. Okay. Good. So that we can